and welcome back, you amazing person. My name is Rob, the Manny Gaming Guy, and today we're going to be talking drift cars, mod that has been made in Automation Tycoon. I recently uploaded a video to the channel where I made a car in Automation Tycoon, and we got it drifting. It was quite a surprise, because normally cars that you export from Automation Tycoon don't like to drift too well. They tend to just spin out a lot. And it's quite a headache. We made this car, and I was thought, this sort of drifts. Maybe it's time to go back to that theory and actually purposely try and make a drift car in Automation the Car Company Tycoon. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to be making a budget drift car in Automation Tycoon, and then taking it to BeamNG.drive for a nice little spinny woo on the old sim rig here that you see me in now, and see how well we do. It took me a while to do this. The tuning is still a little bit tricky. Maybe because I'm not a professional drift car tuner. Maybe because automation is still a little bit buggy when it comes to this sort of thing and exporting cars that handle well. Because I believe automation have their own tire export compared to BeamNG's tire export. But automation have just done an update with tires. Hence why now I think we're able to drift a little bit better now. But I'm rambling. Let's jump over to Automation Beam and then see how well we do at making this drift car. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And download it and give it a go yourself. Also, you'll be seeing me in BeamNG, my own little custom map I've made for the Taste of UK. You can also try that out. It's in beta mode still, but as you can see, I'm still able to drive around and have a lot of fun. So I'm pretty sure you are too. Let me know if you download it and enjoy it and where you want me to work on the map next. And here we are in the part of the video that involves Automation, the Car Company Tycoon game. And we're going to be first taking a nice detailed look at the car. Yes, so this is our budget car. It's a Manic Dank an i6 naturally aspirated almost 3 litre, and I have to say I done very okay on the styling. Very minimalistic but quite tidy, if I do say so. I think I quite enjoy this one. What do you reckon in the comments? Should I have gone crazier, or is this just about right with a bare minimum that you could do for a car that looks good? The interior is near enough fully complete with working clutch, brake and throttle, steering wheel, handbrake and gauges. The gauges is just the standard BeamNG gauges, which are fine until you do your recordings, and then it doesn't actually register the fact that it is recording. So you are better off using props with, you know, proper dials and coding. Only problem with my handbrake coding is it shakes about, so I do need to fix that, make it a bit more legit to what it's meant to be doing, because it just keeps going off and on, and it's not meant to be doing that. So anyway, let's dive into the stats and what we used for this budget drift car. So as you can imagine, a budget drift car is not designed to be perfect. It's designed to be cheap and functional, to do its job, should we say. The car model, so we go have a look, is a 1988 coupe, 2.62 meter wheelbase. It's alright, you know, it's dirty enough, it's strong enough. Whoa. Yeah, so this is probably, yeah, okay, there we go. The statistics will throw me off a little bit there. Panel tail is treated steel. We got a space frame, we got galvanized steel, we got front longitudinal engine with McPherson strut and a semi-trailing arm for the rear suspension. So like I said, it's quite period correct, I guess, to the year it should have been and the quality it is. The engine, I've always said, is a inline 6 naturally aspirated 3 litre. It is pushing out 707 brake horsepower with 692 newton meters of torque at 6,100 revs per minute. It was non-turboed. Oh, this needs to be changed. It's turboed now. I keep saying naturally aspirated. I've slapped a turbo on there just because it wasn't quite making enough torque. But to tell you the truth, I think I solved that problem in the end, but end up keeping the power. So power isn't necessarily overly important. You do need some power there, obviously. But this can be solved with some different mechanics later on, which I'll talk about. Yeah, so this has been tuned for a single turbo, normal malarkey that you expect. It goes to 7,900 revs, and it's stress-free. It's happy. It does whoa. The pressure is not so happy, but it's happy enough. It does its job. We're running on E85. It's single exhaust. Okay, I made a new car recently. It's dual exhaust. That's why I was about to say that. And yeah, it does its trick. It's basically for this drift car. If you're trying to follow as long as a tutorial, some power's nice, some torque's nice, depending on some other factors later on. So let's get cracking, shall we, and have a look at the rest. What's going on? Why is it? It's broken. What's happened? I don't want to change anything. Why is it doing this? Okay, well, I'll just quickly solve that. I went back and reloaded the car, and it seemed to have sorted it all out. Oh, that got me panicking right now. But body quality is all... well, most of the qualities are set to 0, unless I really had to put it up, which was the gearbox. The gearbox had to be cranked up. Apart from that, everything is set to 0. So just keep that in mind. All the quality stats on this are very budget. So that was my desire. We've gone for this pretty standard blue. Probably could have been a little bit brighter, I guess. I don't know. It looks alright. What's your thoughts? Go more outrageous on the colours, or do we like the more realistic sort of colours? I'm undecided. It'd be nice to do the proper decals and stuff, all the writing on it. Make it look cool. Right, as in fixtures, you can see what looks on the fixtures, but the only things we like to mention is the fact it's got some downforce. It's got two lots of downforce. I want to say 2 lots of downforce. Maybe it looks like it's got more. No, I'm pretty sure it's only got 2 on the front and 1 on the back, downforce wise. Because obviously the downforce is implemented by adding these fixtures. And some people like that stats. Right, this is some important information if you're making a drift car. I made some custom gear setup. I was trying originally with the other way around, trying to get it to maintain the speed I wanted to throughout the gears. It was not working. I tried changing the final drive on the other settings, and you found it still wasn't working. But if you go into custom settings, right, and you set your final drive to something ridiculously low, I'm pretty sure that's the way it's meant to be. It would reduce the top speed to about 180, and obviously the car is capable of doing like 250 miles per hour. So it's going to want a wheel spin through all these speeds, because it's like, I can easily do this ratio. This is easy. Obviously, if you make the ratio higher, it's like, well, this is normal ratio for me. If it's even higher, the ratio is like, well, that's too hard for me. I'm going to struggle. I'm going to struggle to get this car moving. So you want to get the ratio... I found around the 3.5. You might have to play around with your car depending on the weight and the way you got it tuned. But your final drive is the gear ratio that's inside your differential, right? And then the 1 to 5 is what's inside your gearbox. That's what I think of it as. So you want to get your gear ratio through your gears, what you're comfortable with. I find 50 in first gear, because then it doesn't want to wheel spin too much. If you put it at 30, it'll just want to wheel spin all the way to 30. You barely move. So about 50, maybe 60. Then second gear, short, very short and close to the first gear. And then third gear, you want to be like 80, maybe 90, depending if you're like doing close drifting or long distance drifting. And fourth gear to represent what the first gear is saying. So you've got your two main gears, hopefully it's a third and fourth. Second if you're in a really tight situation. And first for pulling off. Fifth gear, if you're a lunatic, you got fifth gear set up. And you can still probably drift in fifth gear if you get the angle right in the car. So there's your gear ratio. This is very important. This is a big important part of the video if you plan to make your own drift car. Or, want to edit this one after downloading it. Differential, I've played around with these. You want to be drivability and a little bit of sportiness. So it's either going to be clutched, LSD, not the raced one, because the raced one's going to be too slippery. It's going to make you spin out too much. Not the helicat or the electronic. Obviously, I've been sticking to the electronic. It seems to be doing me justice. That could be changed. If the car stats start saying your gearbox is rubbish, you're blowing the clutch and all that sort of stuff, just up the quality. I've had to up the quality on my gearbox to get this to work. Just keep that in mind. FX is naughty, and the gearbox is quite tuned. Tyres, we come from sport compound. You still want grip. So you want the differential to make the bit sure you can spin the wheels, and then you want the tread to still be able to give you grip when you stop spinning, so you can get that angle locked back in. But you want to be able to, you want to be a bit understeery in the front end and grip on the back end. So that's about as far as I can really tell you on that one. We're running 17s on this one. It does look quite tidy. I've got it quite low, probably too low, but it's what we're keeping it as. This is the car you'll be getting. Brakes are set up like so. Got vented brakes. Have I just skipped them completely? Yeah, vented brakes. Downforce, got more on the rear and less on the front. Disc may change. You know, you may find you have your going car set up differently. They could all be, yeah, you're drifting. You're not going to be going fast, so you doubt you'll be using much downforce anyway. My interior is premium standards. I did that to add a bit of weight to the car, even though I've took some of the weight off. Steering is electric, and we've got ABS, standard safety. The weights, I changed the weight back and forth really to help adjust this rather than just to make it 50-50 balanced. The springs are progressive, and we've got adaptive dampeners, and the sway bar is passive. And I did a lot of fiddling with the tuning. There's got a lot of toe being changed, we've got a lot of camber being changed. I got the front end a bit stiffer than the rear end, so it's more like to want to slide compared to the back end will want to grip. And that's about it really for the stats and the tuning. Nothing else is really too important. Obviously the car's fast, it wants to go 0 to 60 fast, and it wants to take corners sideways. That's how we got to tune this car, and that's how we wanted it, and that's how we got it after about a week or so of tuning. So it took me a while. Well, we got there. We got there. So there you have it. Our wonderful, basic-looking car and automation, but it all works. You've got your wheel work, your pedals work, but yeah, the handbrake just shakes about for some reason in the recording video. So I didn't put that little clip in there. I was going to take corners and use the handbrake and be like, what? So you can see some cinematic footage, but for some reason I need to fix the coding still, but we'll get there one day, and all the things will work very nicely, like the pop-up headlights and working pedals without things shaking, because the wheels don't shake. Have you noticed the steering wheel doesn't shake crazy? So there must be a way to set the parameters right on that. So now we're going to jump over to BeamNG in my own custom taste of the UK map, and we're going to be taking it for a little spin around a little country rich posh end I've built, which quite steady, is quite good for drifting. There's a little tight bit, there's like a medium bit, and then a really long swoopy bit, and then we do it all over again. Like I say, I'm not a professional. I barely can drift in the actual games where you're meant to be able to drift. So to be able to drift my own car that I built in this sort of manner is quite impressive to me. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it too. Enjoy! And there you have it. A little short video of me mucking about in a car that I built in automation in a map that I built in beamng.drive. Hopefully you like this sort of thing. You're willing to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Just pop on by for another video hopefully in the future where I would be mucking about in automation, or maybe I'll be booming about in Assetto Corsa, or sometimes on the odd rare occasion I'll be playing a tycoon game because I do enjoy a good city builder, let's put it that way. Sim City, love that game. Any sort of tycoon game, love them all them. Oh yes, yes I do. Open Transport Tycoon, yes please. Very delightful, I love that, thank you, yes please, I'll have some of that. Cossack, what is it? Who say? What is that French battle game? Anyway, Cossacks, love that one. That was a good one. Age of Empire, really good one. I can't wait for Tropical 7 to come out. Obviously, number 6 was pretty damn good. Well, wait for number 7. I'll see you anyway. I'm rambling again. I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully. Keep it real, stay safe and share love. Bye-bye! Gotta get out of here! No one wants to see anyone sitting around here on time, man. Gotta be here.